We're live from the campus of Steinbrenner High Schools. It's a boys basketball showdown between the visiting Blake Yellow Jackets, who are playing in their first contest of the 2018-19 campaign, and your Steinbrenner Warriors hosting their home opener tonight after a win on Monday at River Ridge, 76-44. Good evening, everybody. I'm Matt Scher, bringing you the Steinbrenner Warriors boys basketball on the GSHS Sports Network on the GSHS Sports YouTube channel, and the tip-off is won by the Blake Yellow Jackets. The Blake Yellow Jackets to start off with the basketball. And up top, it's Emmanuel Sharp from the right side. He'll fire a three to start off the ball game. Won't go. Rip down rebound for the Warriors. It's Jalen Miller. Miller in transition, pass to the outside. On the right, it is Angelo Sargenia, and the shot won't go. A rip down rebound goes in favor of the Blake Yellow Jackets as a Bijah Harris, and it's almost stolen by the Warriors. Reaching for the basketball, going out of bounds, is Riddy Banerjee, a senior guard. The starters for both of these contests on the Warriors side is Sargenia, Banerjee, Chase Jackson, Jalen Miller, and Justin Daniels. And on the side for the Blake Yellow Jackets is Bijah Harris, Joe Dean Jr., Cedric Jackson, James Revere, and Emmanuel Sharp. Dribbling in the lane for the Blake Yellow Jackets and finishing with the left hand for the first bucket of the game is Emmanuel Sharp, and it's 2-0. Driving in the lane here for the Warriors is Jalen Miller, and he's fouled on the way up.
Foul number 2, Jody Jr., first, team first.
Now here's the inbound, and the Warriors to get the basketball up at the top. Jalen Miller thought about a three. Now he passes over to the right side, and a three attempt for Sargenia won't go. And the putback is good. It's Chase Jackson. So we're tied up at 2 with 6.5 to play here in the opening quarter. Warriors coming in off a win against River Ridge by a score of 76-44 on the road this past Monday on November 26th. At the top, pass inside, a floater in the lane won't go for Cedric Jackson. A tip-tap rebound into the hands of Joe Dean Jr., and it's a jump ball in favor of the Warriors with 6:11 to play here in the opening quarter, and a tied-up ball game at 2 apiece. Chase Jackson to inbound here for the Warriors on the baseline. Inbound goes to Jalen Miller, a junior guard for this Warrior basketball program here in year 10. Now a three on the left side. Sargenia's three won't go. The rebound for Banerjee gives way to Justin Daniels down low, spinning, turning now to Jackson on the right side. Banerjee lets it go for three, and it's off the heel and kicks out. And here comes Joe Dean Jr. on the other side. He lets one fly, but not before taking one too many steps before the shot. It's a travel and a turnover in a Warrior basketball with a 5:46 to play here in the first quarter. Jackson with the inbound gives way to Jalen Miller. Miller takes it slowly and then has to speed up as he approached that 10-second violation. Gives it to Jackson. Chase Jackson down low. Pass to Sargenia down low. And the shot goes up, but it's a foul against Joe Dean Jr. He's got 2 fouls here early in the first quarter with 5:32 to play in the opening quarter. We're still tied up at 2 apiece. This Warriors boys basketball program looking to get off to a 2-0 start if they can pick up a win tonight. Well, the inbound is tipped, and it's stolen. Bijah Harris with the basketball. Dishes down low. Almost stolen. It's picked up by James Revere, and then coming the other way, and we have a foul against the Blake Yellow Jackets on the transition. It actually goes out of bounds against one of the Blake players, so it'll be a Warrior basketball, and it's Sargenia to take the basketball up over the timeline. Now on the right wing side, Banerjee down low to Sargenia, dishes off to a layup from the right block. It's good for Justin Daniels, and the Warriors take a 4-2 lead with 5 minutes remaining here in the opening quarter. Matt Scher here with you on the GSHS Sports Network. On the GSHS Sports YouTube channel, broadcasting select Steinbrenner athletic events live here in the 2018-19 academic year. The shot goes up, no good for the Blake Yellow Jackets, and a pass ahead trying to catch this Blake team off guard on transition, just out of the reach of Sardinia. And it'll be a turnover, and to inbound it will be Abijah Harris, the captain, a senior guard standing at 6'2" for this Blake Yellow Jacket basketball team.
Right here, come on, Robert.
Up over the timeline, it's Emmanuel Sharp.
That's the team.
The Yellow Jackets wearing their black-on-black uniforms with the yellow script. Warriors wearing their home whites. Now a three from the right side, and it cashes it in for Emmanuel Sharp. And it's 5-4. Blake takes the 1-point lead over the Warriors. Now here's Angelo Sardinia. A shot from the right side, and splash! Jalen Miller cashes in from three on the right side of the Warriors. Take a 2-point lead, 7-5, under 4 minutes to play. Here in the opening quarter, Warriors lead early. Emmanuel Sharp on that Warriors logo at midcourt. Dribbles over towards the right side. Trying to man up. Jalen Miller. Now on the right side, it's Abijah Harris. He cashes in for three on the right side wing, and it's 8-7. Found just a little bit of separation on Jalen Miller and was able to cash in. It's 8-7. Blake back up by 1. 3.5 to play here in the opening quarter. Sardinia driving in through the lane. Puts the shot up, but got fouled before the shot. And the foul's against Cedric Jackson. And that's the third team foul for Blake. The Yellow Jackets, and none yet for the Warriors. Here with 3:25 to play in the opening quarter. The inbound will be for Jalen Miller. Right in the lane, Miller gets back the pass, puts it up, won't go. He got the feed from Darnell Ziga, who just checked into the ball game. Emmanuel Sharp now on the left side wing has a clear look for three. Clangs off the iron and off the glass and into the hands of Justin Daniels. Gives way to Ziga, and the pass goes out of bounds, and they'll say it's off of the hands of James Revere, the sophomore guard. Standing at 5'10". So the inbound just to the right of our broadcast booth comes out of the hands of Jalen Miller. Now a three from the right side for Sardinia won't go. He gets tripped up, lost the basketball. Ziga picks it up. Now gets the pass off on the left block for the shot as Justin Daniels won't go. And the Blake Yellow Jackets get the rebound. Under 3 to play here in the first quarter. Left side wing. It's Robert Jenkins. Now on the right side, Abijah Harris. Back over to Emmanuel Sharp at the top of the key, and he gets called one too many steps as he tried to do a stutter step and fake out the Steinbrenner defender before moving inside the arc. And so a turnover in the Warriors to get the basketball. The inbound from Sardinia. Gets it back from Jalen Miller, and now it's Banerjee. Now it's Jalen Miller with the basketball. Dribbling right to left and has to take it. Almost crosses into the backcourt, but is able to keep the play alive. Down low, a pass to Justin Daniels, and he gets called for the travel. Took one too many steps on the shot opportunity, and so it's a turnover. Blake to get the basketball here. Up 8-7, 2:20 to play here in the first quarter. Matt Scher here with you, the GSHS Sports Network on the GSHS Sports YouTube channel, broadcasting to the YouTube airwaves. Emmanuel Sharp dribbling left to right across your radio dial, gives it ahead to Robert Jenkins. Jenkins gives away Abijah Harris, a contested three-pointer, and he cashes in right in front of the face of Riddy Banerjee. Talk about being tightly covered and still making the three. Ziga now on the left side. He dribbles in with the left-handed layup right from the left block and puts it off the glass and in. And the Warriors now trail 11-9. Approaching the final 90 seconds of the first quarter. On the left wing side, Abijah Harris, a line drive three off of the left side of the iron. Won't go. And Justin Daniels with the chase down rebound. Gives way to Jalen Miller driving in the lane. And there's contact on the way up for the shot. And the foul's against Willie Patterson. That's the team's fourth foul. And so the inbound for the Warriors, who have yet to commit a foul against this Blake team, with 78 seconds to play, as Banerjee checks out, and in checks for the Warriors, Rich Barnes, a junior guard. Kayla Miller's inbound comes to Barnes. Now it's over to Sargenta on the left side. Now on the right wing side, dribbling in. Now it's passed back outside. Sargenta lost the basketball, and it's Emmanuel Sharp. Now on transition, easy pass ahead, but the layup is missed in a big way by Javon Ashley. Had the wide open layup. And the foul is after the play was against Javon Ashley. 5 team fouls. And now we're under a minute to go here in the first quarter. 5 team fouls for the Blake Yellow Jackets. Pass down low. A dish and a layup. But before the layup is made by Justin Daniels, he gets called for taking one too many steps. A turnover, and the Blake Yellow Jackets get the basketball back with 51.8 to go here in the first quarter of play. Emmanuel Sharp dribbles up over the timeline after looking towards his head coach, Derek Sharp, for the play call. And see how they want to set this up here under 40 seconds to play here in the opening quarter. 11-9, Blake leads the Steinbrenner Warriors. Emmanuel Sharp driving in and creates some contact. And it's the first team foul against the Warriors, Rich Barnes. First team foul, but Blake has already committed 5 here, 30.4 seconds after the inbound. Now time winding down left here in the first quarter. Emmanuel Sharp with a stutter step. Now the step back shot from the right side won't go for 2. Now a three-pointer from the right side will not go for Rigoberto Martinez, but somehow the Yellow Jackets get the rebound, and going up for the shot is Robert Jenkins. He gets fouled on the way up. And the foul's against Justin Daniels. And so with the shot not falling, it will be Jenkins to shoot 2 at the charity stripe. First shot goes up, hits off the heel, and kicks out to the right side. And now checking in is Trey Richmond and Javon Ashley. Richmond wears 00, kind of rare these days, especially in high school basketball. Kind of flashing the days of old. One dribble and a spin in the hands for the shot for Jenkins. Won't go on the free throw, but the Blake Yellow Jackets pick up the rebound, and then after a shot misses, it's Justin Daniels who picks up the rebound for the Warriors. Tried to do too much with it, and time runs out here in the first quarter. The Warriors trail 11-9 to the Blake Yellow Jackets at the end of the first quarter here on the campus of Steinbrenner High School. The Warriors have put the pressure on the Yellow Jackets. There's been 5 fouls, but you look at the scoreboard, 11-9, and the Warriors not been able to capitalize on much of those fouls so far. But the real impact will be later in this contest, where Blake might be in some foul trouble later on here in the third and fourth quarter. But only time can tell as we're about to start the second quarter of play after both teams convene on their respective sidelines. I want to remind you that our next broadcast for boys and girls basketball will be this Friday. It's Rivalry Friday night here at Steinbrenner High School. It's first at 6:30, a tip-off. It's the boys basketball team. They're taking on the Sickles Griffins. And then the Lady Warriors tip off at 8. They're going to be taking on as well the Sickles Griffins. Sickles High School, Steinbrenner High School, 2 rivals since the opening in fall 2009 for Steinbrenner High School. And we're about to start the second quarter of play here. 8 minutes on the clock. And the inbound for the blank Yellow Jackets will come from the hands of Robert Jenkins. He gives way to James Revere, who's over the timeline working against Jalen Miller. And we've got a whistle. And a foul against Cedric Jackson. And that's the 16th foul, offensive foul for the Yellow Jackets. And now Trey Richmond checks in, and Chase Jackson checks in for Rich Barnes on the Warriors side. 7:53 to play here in the second quarter of play. On the right wing side, it's Ziga for the Warriors. Gives it up to Sargena at the top, and down the left wing side, Jalen Miller. He got the basketball taken from him, but then a quick whistle from the official. And it's a call against Blake, and head coach Derek Sharp is not happy, pleading his case. And the foul is against Abijah Harris. And that's a 17th foul. So it's a one-on-one opportunity for Jalen Miller at the charity stripe here for the Warriors. Right over left staggered, and a nothing but net out of the hands of Jalen Miller. Makes this a one-point contest, 11-10. Blake still with the early advantage. Trying to tie this up with his free throw is Jalen Miller. Miller right over left staggered. Dribbles 3 times, bends at the knees. The shot is up, and it rolls around the rim and kicks out to the left side. And Chase Jackson was fighting for the rebound along the baseline. Had the basketball, but stepped down. So it'll be a turnover, and the Yellow Jackets pick up the basketball here on the baseline. Up by 1, 11-10 against the Steinbrenner Warrior team. The Yellow Jackets' first regular season game of the 2018-19 campaign. Warriors' first game was this Monday, in which they won 76-44 on the road at River Ridge High School. Driving in for the shot. It's not going to go for James Revere, coming the other way after grabbing the rebound with Sargena. And then the ball was slapped away near midcourt on the pass. Warriors regain it. Jalen Miller gives it to Chase Jackson. Dishes it to Sargena on the right side. He's just inside the arc and knocks down a 12-footer from the right side. And the Warriors take a 12-11 lead with 6:58 to play here in the second quarter. There'll be a 30-second timeout for Derek Sharp. And he is the Blank Yellow Jackets, who trail by 1, 12-11. But have gotten into foul trouble early here in the second quarter. 7 team fouls to just Steinbrenner's 2. Those 17 fouls, you'd think the Warriors would have taken advantage on a couple of those. And that's what's been keeping this ball game close. 12-11. Warriors lead, 6:58 to play here early in the second. The Warriors in the bonus for the rest of this first half. The remaining 6 minutes and 58 seconds. The inbound from Abijah Harris gives way to the point guard, Emmanuel Sharp, who dribbles up over the timeline. Sharp on the left wing side. Trying to work around Ziga of the Warriors. On the left side of the perimeter, he dribbles back up towards the top, working on Sargena. And there's a foul as he's penetrating towards the right side of the lane. And the foul is against
Inside special. Hey, Jay!
Jalen Miller. Here's the inbound for the Blake Yellow Jackets on the right side. Emmanuel Sharp, he puts up a 2-point jumper and banks it home from the right side. Just inside the arc, and the Yellow Jackets, in a game of cat and mouse, regain the lead by 1. Ziga driving in, lost the handle on the basketball. It's picked up by the Blake Yellow Jackets. Rigoberto Martinez. He gives way to Emmanuel Sharp, and back to Rigoberto Martinez on the right side. Now the pass is inside to Trey Richmond. Richmond trying to drive in. He puts up the shot. It got deflected up in the air by Justin Daniels of the Warriors, and then somehow the basketball lands back into the hands of Abijah Harris. He puts up a three-pointer, won't go, and Justin Daniels with the rebound gives it to Jalen Miller. A jumper from the left side up the heel, off the glass, bounces around, and the rebound falls into the hands of Tyler Thompson of the Blake Yellow Jackets. And Emmanuel Sharp back up at the top of the key. He'll pull up for a deep three off the heel, kicks around. Jalen Miller gets the rebound for the Warriors, taking it the other way in the lane, dishes it off to a wide open Ziga for the layup. And the Warriors take a 1-point lead back up 14-13, under 5.5 to play here in the first half. Rigoberto Martinez gives it to Emmanuel Sharp, who's at the Warriors logo at midcourt. Emmanuel Sharp working against Chase Jackson along the right side. Sharp driving in the lane, got tripped up as he was dishing it out to the right side for a three that was attempted after the whistle by Abijah Harris that hit off the rim. So the foul was on Chase Jackson. And on the inbound, another foul against the Warriors. And this one's going to be against Banerjee. 14-13 Warriors lead. And the inbound for Rigoberto Martinez. It's down low. Emmanuel Sharp going for the two-pointer. It's off the heel, kicks out. And it's Rich Barnes who got the rebound. Excuse me, that was Jacob Unger who had just checked in the game. He got the rebound, had it ripped out of his hand by Emmanuel Sharp. The Warriors with the basketball here, under 5 to play here in the first half. On the right side, it's Justin Daniels. Gives it to Chase Jackson, now over to Ziga. And on the left wing side for a three attempt. Splash! Jacob Unger fills it up from the left side, and the Warriors take a 17-13 lead. Under 4.5 to play here in the first half. Warriors up by 4. Back outside for Emmanuel Sharp of the Blake Yellow Jackets. He's on the right side and gets tripped up by Banerjee. And head coach Jay Arella not too happy about that play on the right side. The foul against Banerjee, and that's now 16 fouls against the Warriors, who in the second quarter have almost matched this Blake team. It was 7-2 to enter the second quarter. Now we've got an offensive foul. A blocking foul. And it's going to be against Rigoberto Martinez. 8th team foul. And Chase Jackson to inbound. The inbound comes to Jalen Miller. And takes his time and then speeds up over the timeline. Now on the right wing side, it's Justin Daniels. The basketball gives it Jalen Miller, right wing side. Splash from the right wing, a three for Jalen Miller. And it's now 20-13 after he unloads from deep on the right side. Emmanuel Sharp driving in the lane. And he draws a foul in the lane.
Can we match up?
And we'll see if this was on the mover for the shot. And the foul is against Jacob Unger. And now we've got a whistle. And it's a full timeout for the Warriors. We're up currently by 7, 20-13. Warriors have committed 5 fouls during this second quarter, compared to just 1 for this Blake Yellow Jacket team. Matt Scher here with you at the GSHS Sports Network on the GSHS Sports YouTube channel, broadcasting Steinbrenner Athletics live, including this boys basketball game tonight against Blake High School. 3:44 to play here in the first half. The Warriors up by 7. Remind you, our next broadcast this Friday, it's a Friday night rivalry at Steinbrenner High School, in which the Sickles High School Griffins come to town. First for the boys match up at 6:30, and then for the girls tipping off in the second game of the night at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. For the Warriors back on the court, and here come the Blake Yellow Jackets out of the Warriors full timeout. And it's free throw time for the Yellow Jackets to try to cut back this 7-point lead currently. Manuel Sharp bends at the knees and puts it up, and nothing but net. Makes this a 6-point game, 20-14. Manuel Sharp, right over left staggered. Dribbles twice, puts up the shot, and nothing but net. And it's a 5-point game, 20-15. Now 3:40 to play here in the second quarter. Warriors up by 5, 20-15. At the top, Justin Daniels gives it to Ziga. Ziga with the basketball pass down low. Justin Daniels from the left block puts up the layup off the glass and in. A size difference there as the shot goes over James Revere, who's got about a height difference of 6 inches there in favor of Justin Daniels. On the left wing side, Abijah Harris. Harris with the basketball gives it to Emmanuel Sharp. He fires a 3, rolls around the rim, ripped down, rebound for Jalen Miller of the Warriors. And here the Warriors come the other way over the timeline. Miller out to the right side for Sargenia. And he's driving in, and he draws the foul against Emmanuel Sharp with a blocking foul. Emmanuel Sharp, and that sends Angelo Sargena to the line. Well, he will shoot 2. At the charity stripe, right over left, staggered, but dribbles twice, puts it up. He rolls around the rim and kicks out to the left side, and it's Abijah Harris with the rebound. Gives it to Emmanuel Sharp, who's over the timeline. Emmanuel Sharp on the left wing side. He dribbles in, dishes it outside. Abijah Harris pulls up for an NBA 3. That one's going to go off the rim and the glass and outside, and here come the Warriors. Jalen Miller in the lane. Euro step, puts it off the glass, won't go. Ripped down, rebound for Javon Ashley, and this one's tipped now the other way by Ziga. Gives it to Sargena. The 3 at the top won't go. Ripped down, rebound, and it's Abijah Harris now the other way. Gives it to Emmanuel Sharp. In transition, a 3 from the left side wing. In and out for Sharp, won't go. Ziga with the rebound, and wide open at the other side, catching the Yellow Jackets off guard on the transition. Jalen Miller with a 2-foot layup from the left block off the glass and in. Warriors lead 24-15 with 2 minutes to play here in the first half. And a travel call against Emmanuel Sharp. Trying to draw the charge there was Justin Daniels. He hit the deck, but it was one too many steps, the official said, on the far side of the court. And it's a turnover, and the Warriors get the basketball back. 24-15, Warriors lead. Under 2 minutes to go, 1:58 in counting. And Jalen Miller taking his time as he approaches the timeline as he's over it into the offensive side of the court. Chase Jackson thought about a 23-footer, but he's not going to try it. Sargena driving in, lays it up off the iron, but kicks back out, and here comes the other way, Robert Jenkins. Jenkins with a layup from the right block, and nice touch as he's able to finish it off the glass and in. Make it 24-17, and a 2-pointer for the Yellow Jackets. Under 90 seconds to play here in the first half. Justin Daniels with the basketball, facing some pressure from Abijah Harris. Now it's Sargenta driving in, but once he took his first step around the defender, didn't have the dribble, and it's one too many steps of travel and a turnover, and Blake Yellow Jackets will get the basketball here with 1:21 to play here in the first half. Unger checking in for the Warriors. And up over the timeline is James Revere. Gives it to Emmanuel Sharp on the left wing side, approaching the final minute of play here in the first half. The Warriors up 24-17. Sharp at the top working against Unger. Now on the left side wing, dishes it out for a three, and it's good for Abijah Harris. Makes it a 4-point game, 24-20. Warriors still with a 4-point lead. Jalen Miller over the timeline, working on the left wing side. He drives in, lost the basketball, went up, and it's off of his knee, the official says, along the baseline. And it's a turnover. Blake Yellow Jackets will get the basketball back here, down by 4 with 41.7 to go here in the first half. So the inbound will come from the hands of Javon Ashley. Gives it to Emmanuel Sharp, the point guard, who sets up the play as he dribbles over the timeline. Approaching the final 30 seconds of play here in the first half. Right wing side, it's Javon Ashley. Ashley driving in, a layup over the head, and it's a blocking foul as he goes over the head of Jacob Unger. Big size difference there. Unger went to the ground hoping that it might have been a charge. But instead, a foul, and it's 26-22, the Warriors lead, or 24-22 after the basket. Warriors lead, and now going for the and one. Free throw goes up, and it's no good. Jalen Miller coming the other way. 20 seconds to play. Miller driving in. Got the basketball almost ripped out of his hands. A jump ball. And the possession arrow points in favor of the Blake Yellow Jackets, who just trail by 2 in this game, 24-22, with 19.9 to play here in the first half. Well, the inbound, and here's Emmanuel Sharp. Dribbles up over the timeline as the clock hits 13 seconds left in the first half. Down by 2, and a whistle. The official calls a foul on Riddy Banerjee. At least by our unofficial count, it would be 3 for Banerjee. He will step off. 7.6 seconds to play. And free throws here for Emmanuel Sharp. A free throw goes up and falls into the bucket. A 1-point game, 24-23, and has a chance to tie it up at 24. 7.6 to go. Emmanuel Sharp at the charity stripe. Puts it up, and he's tied this ball game up at 24. Now the Warriors with one possession here and try to beat the buzzer, tied up at 24. The inbound. Jackson lets it roll over the timeline. Continues, and he picks it up. Jackson driving and dishes it. Left side, Sargenta. Shot does not fall. Now coming the other way, Rigoberto Martinez with a shot. It's deflected, and the buzzer goes off, and we are tied at 24 apiece after one half of basketball here in halftime. What a first half as we are tied at 24. We'll be right back with a brief halftime show, and we'll be back for the third quarter of play here on the GSHS Sports Network on the GSHS Sports YouTube channel. Welcome back for the halftime show here at the campus of Steinbrenner High School, and your Warriors are tied currently at 24 apiece. This has been a great basketball game so far. Blake High School has had a little bit of foul trouble early, but they were able to clean it up there in the second quarter. The Warriors, though, falling into a bit of foul trouble there late in the second quarter. It's been a cat and mouse game. The Warriors were able to extend almost up by 10 at one point, and then Blake was able to crawl back slowly, and we're back at a tied ball game here at 24 all. Pretty much a basketball game that really has had no true momentum shift in this contest so far. The Warriors will look to try to flip the script here in the second half, try and drive in the paint, create those chances again, and look for those fouls and those free throw opportunities. It's going to come down to basically who can penetrate and be able to get to the basket, draw the foul, pick up the extra free throws, and that's pretty much going to be who's going to win this contest here at the end. You're tied up at 24. The Warriors got to come out strong. Both teams got to come out strong. It's going to be pretty much a war of attrition when we come down to it towards the end of this contest. And so we'll see you back here for the start of the third quarter. It's tied up at 24 all. And the Warriors home opener here on a chilly Wednesday night in Lutz, Florida. But inside it's a nice, I'll estimate 70 degrees. So we've had one of our unseasonably cool, where we had about a high of around 50, 60 degrees today. Mid-50s, mid-50s, low 60s. So with that, we'll send you out for the start of the third quarter. We'll be back here. So stay tuned here to the GSHS Sports Network on the GSHS Sports YouTube channel. Again, it's tied at halftime, 24 all between the visiting Blake Yellow Jackets and your Steinbrenner Warriors. We'll be back for the third quarter. So stay tuned and go Warriors. So welcome you back here to the campus of Steinbrenner High School. 1:37 reads the clock right now until we'll resume to the third quarter. Both teams warming up. And so we'll just go over a couple more things. The Steinbrenner Warriors coming out strong, at least not getting into foul trouble during that first quarter. The Blake Yellow Jackets with 7 fouls in that first quarter, and the Warriors just having 2 at the end of the first quarter. But then the script flipped. The Blake Yellow Jackets were ahead by 2 at the end of the first quarter, however, still being in foul trouble. But then on the other side of things, the Warriors, not in foul trouble, but we're down by 2. Warriors come out strong. They start get into some foul trouble, but they were able to increase their lead up to 9. And then things kind of started to fall apart. Some turnover trouble, some foul trouble. And that's where we pretty much end up tied 24-all here in the first half. As we have about 30 seconds now on the clock until we start the third quarter of play. So a little backstory, though, on the head coach, J.R. Allen. This is his 10th year as a head coach. He spent the first 6 years as the girls' head coach, delivering some of the best seasons in program history, including a pair of league championships. But he was 110 wins, 40 losses in the first 6 years of the program here since the founding in the fall of 2009 of Steinbrenner High School. And then it moved over, transitioned to the boys head coach. He's 34-44, including the first win of the season to start off the season with the win on the road, 76-44 against the Blake Yellow, or against the River Ridge High School. So he has an overall record of 144-84, and with a win tonight would move just 5 wins away from a combined boys and girls record of 150 wins at Steinbrenner High School. Arguably one of the more successful coaches, at least in the first decade of Steinbrenner hoops across boys and girls. He's been a guy who's been here since the start, now in his 10th season overall between the boys and girls teams. And if you had a chance to check out the coach interview where we had a chance to sit down with Coach J.R. Allen, said he pretty much trying to change the culture in the boys program to repeat that and create that same success on the boys side. And he told me about year 4 was when they started generating a lot of success. And guess what? This is year 4 for the boys program. And starting off with a strong win on the road against River Ridge, 76-44. They can get another win tonight and start off 2-0. Things will be pointing definitely in the right direction heading into Friday night rivalry against the Sickles High School Griffins, one of the crosstown foes of the Warriors, in addition to Gaither High School and Freedom High School. And so we're ready to start off the second half of play. Jalen Miller to inbound for the Warriors. We're tied up at 24. The inbound in the backcourt to Angelo Sargenta. Sargenta gives way to Jalen Miller. Miller on the right side to Sargenta. From the right side wing, he'll fire a 3, won't go. And a rip-down rebound for James Revere. On the other side, driving in the lane from the left side, that is Emmanuel Sharp. And he went up for the shot and got fouled by Jalen Miller. That's his second foul. And the first foul by either team to start off this second half comes at the 7:42 mark. On the left wing side is Abijah Harris. Harris gives way to James Revere. Revere at the top to Emmanuel Sharp on the right wing side, working against Ziga. And he has pretty much a clear lane to the basket as he works to the left block and lays it up and in for the score. 26-24, Blake leads. Ziga, pass around the arc now to Jalen Miller. Miller at the top, facing some pressure. On the right side, it's Sargenta. Back up, and now Chase Jackson working in, and he draws a foul as there's contact from behind by Joe Dean Jr. And that's his third personal and a first for this Blake team of the second half. And Chase Jackson now at the line. Right staggered over the left. So the first free throw up and off the heel and kicks out back towards the direction of Jackson at the free throw line. Players checking on and off the court now for the Warriors and the Blake Yellow Jackets. Dribbling at the line. Spins in his hands, dribbles and spins again. And the free throw is up. Nothing but net. And now the Warriors trail by 126-25 to the Blake Yellow Jackets. Up over the timeline, it's the point guard, Emmanuel Sharp. Gives it on the right side to James Revere. On the right side, Emmanuel Sharp spinning with a 360 move in the lane. Gets the bucket, but he's called for taking one too many steps with the basketball. It's a turnover on the travel. Warriors come away with the basketball down by 126-25 with 6:47 to play here in the third quarter. Sargenta over the top line for the Warriors. Working on the left wing side, dribbles in. Now to Ziga on the outside. He dribbles in, spinning, turning, trying to work around Emmanuel Sharp. Now it's Sargenta, and he goes up for the shot and is blocked, but there is contact on the block, and it's a foul. And it'll be a shooting foul. And the penalty is against Emmanuel Sharp. So Sargenta at the line, shooting two, right over left, staggered at the free throw line. First free throw goes up, and we're tied at 26. Sargenta right over left, staggered at the line, dribbles twice, spins, dribbles again, puts it up in the air, rolls around the rim and into the basket, of the Warriors take their first lead here of the second half, 27-26. Abijah Harris over the timeline for the Yellow Jackets. Gives it on the right side to Cedric Jackson on the right wing. It's covered tightly by Daniels of the Warriors. Now to Emmanuel Sharp. Inside pass intended for Jackson. Daniels broke it up, gave it to Unger. Now on the left wing side, Sargenta for three. Splash! And he lets loose the arrow. 30-26, and we have a timeout for the Blake Yellow Jackets. It's a full timeout. Sargenta unlocks and unloads from the left side wing for three. 6:04 to play. Warriors up by 4. And coming into this timeout, the Warriors got to maintain that pressure against this Blake Yellow Jacket team. And that three can pretty much be a momentum shifter. Great timeout, though, by head coach Derek Sharp, now in his 4th year as head coach for the Blake Yellow Jackets. Trying to settle down his team and be emotional on the sidelines, but works out the best in his players, and it's worked so far. It's a 4-point game here midway in the third quarter. J.R. Allen talking to his guys, trying to make some adjustments along that sideline as well. So want to try to shore up some things and keep the pressure against this Blake Yellow Jacket team. Matt Scher here with you of the GSHS Sports Network, broadcasting the GSHS Sports YouTube channel. 30-26. The Warriors lead at the inbound from Abijah Harris along the baseline. Gives it to Revere, and back to Harris, the senior captain for this Blake Yellow Jacket basketball team, working against Sargenta. At the top, now on the right wing side, Emmanuel Sharp. Sharp gives it to Abijah Harris, who trips up against Chase Jackson, and he's called for the foul. Jackson is. That's his second foul, and both teams have 2 team fouls here with 5:45 to play in the third quarter. Revere inbound to Harris and back up top to Emmanuel Sharp. Thought about a 3, now will drive in from the left block. The shot goes up, and it's a blocking foul against the Warriors. And we'll see who was in the middle of the scrum, and it was Jacob Unger, and that's his 3rd foul. And a third team foul as well for the Warriors, and that sends Emmanuel Sharp to the charity stripe, down by 4, 30-26, with 5:38 to play. First free throw goes up, rattles around the rim, and kicks out to the left side. Try to salvage this attempt if he can at least go 1 for 2 and make this a one-possession game. You're a Yellow Jacket, that's the most ideal. Dribbles 3 times, puts up the shot, knocks it down, but net one-possession game, 30-27. Warriors lead the Blake Yellow Jackets. Over the timeline, Sargenta gives it to Daniels and out to Ziga. Up top, Jalen Miller dishes it outside. Chase Jackson on the left side wing, in and out. The 3 opportunity won't go. A tussle for the ball going out of bounds. We'll see who's in favor of. And it's the Warriors who get the basketball's last off of a Yellow Jacket. Jackson to inbound. Gives it to Daniels in the lane. Nice little underhanded reverse layup. Finishes with the right hand, 32-27. 5-point lead for the Warriors, and here comes Emmanuel Sharp, the point guard for the Blake Yellow Jackets, over the timeline. At the top and back over to Sharp on the right side wing. He answers with a triple of his own from the right side. Now a 2-point game, 32-30. Warriors lead by 1. Pass down low. Chase Jackson went up for the shot. And a whistle down low as he hit the deck. You're going to see he went out of bounds with the basketball on that block. And so it's a turnover, and the Yellow Jackets get the basketball. Over the timeline, Emmanuel Sharp. Sharp driving in the lane. Euro step finishes with the right hand and ties this ball game up 32 apiece as the Warriors come back with it the other way. Now a 3 from the right side. Sargenta tries to get it. Now a tip in from Daniels, just trying to rebound the basketball. Gets it to go from the left block. Warriors back up by 2, 34-32 against the Yellow Jackets. Abijah Harris, the senior captain at the top. Now driving in the lane, a floater, and banking it home. Cedric Jackson finished with the layup, and we're tied at 34. Angelo Sargenta, pass to Ziga. And Ziga driving in, draws a foul. It's a blocking foul against Abijah Harris. That's his second of the ball game. And both teams now have 3 team fouls each, with 4:01 to play here in the third quarter. And a tied ball game, 34-all. The inbound. The Blake Yellow Jackets with it off the hands of Emmanuel Sharp. Ziga picks it up now the right wing side. Miller for 3 off of the heel. Kicks out. And the rebound for Cedric Jackson. Now the other way, a Euro step. What a block by Daniels down low. He knocks it away as James Revere went up for the shot. That is a huge block down low for Daniels. On the inbound, Emmanuel Sharp tries to bank it home. They're going to say he traveled down on the ground. His knee hit the ground. They're going to say that's a step. Turnover, and that's huge. The Warriors get the basketball. A possession tied at 34 after a huge block by Daniels down low. 3.5 to play. Here in the third quarter, Sargenta, the top, driving in from the left side, dishes it. Now it's Miller. He attempts a 3 off the heel, kicks out, and it's Revere who gets the rebound for the Yellow Jackets. Emmanuel Sharp on the left wing side, dribbling in, dishes it down low. It's stolen. Jalen Miller, fast break for the Warriors, driving in the lane. Reverse layup, finishes up the glass, and the Warriors take a 2-point lead, 36-34 with 3:08. And the clock continues to wind down here in the third quarter. James Revere with the basketball at the top. Setting it up in that point guard-like role. Driving in, it's Robert Jenkins back outside. Emmanuel Sharp for a 3, won't go. And uncontested, rebounded, put back for Cedric Jackson. Ties it back up at 36 with 2:45 to play in the third. Darnell Ziga with the basketball, gives it to Daniels, and now Sargenta on the left side. Back up to top of the key for Chase Jackson, and now Darnell Ziga. Ziga driving in. He was interfered with down low by James Revere, who will be called for the foul. That's Revere's first personal of the game, and the team's fourth.
Number 12. Number 12.
Chase Jackson to inbound. And still the inbound here. Sarge. It's in on the left side, and he stepped down. Actually, it's a foul. An offensive foul against the Warriors in Banerjee. That's his fourth foul.
Oh, hand up. No, hand up. Hand up.
And so here's the inbound for Abijah Harris. Harris gives way to Robert Jenkins. Jenkins gives it to Joe Dean Jr. Dean driving in. He's called for the travel before he went up for the shot. Dean says he at least had 2 steps there, a 2-step rule. Well, the official says that's a travel. So the Warriors get the basketball. Ziga, Darnell Ziga on the right side gives it to Chase Jackson from the right point. Jackson out the top of the keys. Sargenta now back outside, right wing side. Jackson, he went up for the shot near the right elbow. Now at the top of the key for a 3 is Miller, won't go. And Jodine Jr. gets the basketball on the rebound. Robert Jenkins driving in now for the Yellow Jackets. With the left hand, layup won't go. Sargenta gets the rebound. Sargenta driving in from the right side, and the pass to Jalen Miller right through the 5-hole into the first row of stands on the far side of the court. Turnover with 36 all on the tied at the scoreboard. 1:39 to play here in the third quarter. Tightly contested matchup here on the home opener for the Steinbrenner Warriors boys basketball team here on the campus of Steinbrenner High School. Up over the timeline. Abijah Harris gives it to Joe Dean Jr. at the top. Dean gives it back to Harris, and now, who's freshly into the ball game, Willie Patterson now back outside. Emmanuel Sharp fires a 3 from the top and cashes it in with a nothing but net. 39-36, Blake up by 3. Jalen Miller driving in. Finger roll in the lane, won't go. Jacob Unger got the chase down, rebounding, gives it back to Miller, who's on the right point. Miller trying to work around his man. Driving in the lane. This is it back outside. Sargenta for a 3 to tie this thing up. It's an air ball. And the rebound is recovered by the Blake Yellow Jackets. Emmanuel Sharp down low. The pass off the hands of Patterson into the hands of Jacob Unger for the Warriors, who takes it up court over the timeline. Jalen Miller on the left wing side. Miller trying to work around his man. We got a whistle.
Hey, Javon. Don't overpress. Just stay.
And a foul is going to be against Javon Ashley. His second of the ball game, and now the 5th team foul for the Yellow Jackets. 38.9 seconds to play here in the third quarter. 3-point ball game. And Ziga to inbound. Gives it to Daniels. Daniels spinning, turning, trying to get the shot off. Puts it up and draws the foul. Does not get the basket to go. He'll get 2 opportunities at the charity stripe. Cut down this 3-point lead. Fouls against Patterson. So Justin Daniels to attempt 2 free throws here. Trying to cut down this 3-point lead. Puts up the first shot. It's off the heel and bounces out to the middle of the lane. Daniels at least trying to salvage one of these attempts. Spins the basketball in his hands. Puts it up off the front side rim. Daniels got the rebound. Puts it up. Won't go. The rip down rebound is for Javon Ashley, but then he gets called for the travel as he comes down with the basketball. Now the Warriors with 31.1 seconds. Another offensive opportunity here. Here's the inbound from Ziga. Gives it to Jacob Unger. Now to Sargenta. Back outside. Daniels from the left side wing for three off of the heel and bounces in. Splash! Ties this game up at 39, under 20 seconds to play here in the third quarter. One of those lucky bounces, and the Yellow Jackets are going to try to milk this down to one last possession here in the third quarter. 7 seconds, 6 seconds. Tight pressure here from Rich Barnes. And we got a foul against Barnes. That's his second foul of the contest. The inbound right in front of the booth will be from Willie Patterson. Gives it to Emmanuel Sharp with 2 seconds, 1 second, and a triple right as time expires. Makes this a 42-39 game at the end of three. The Blake Yellow Jackets strike late as the buzzer expires about 0.5 seconds before. And time runs out, and that's the end of the third quarter. 42-39, 8 minutes left to play. Warriors down by 3 on their home opener here on the campus of Steinbrenner High School. Well, we have a minute. We want to remind you that our next broadcast for both boys and girls will be this Friday. It's Friday night rivalry here in Lutz, Florida at the campus of Steinbrenner High School as the Sickles High School Griffins come to town. The boys game will be tipping off at 6:30 p.m. and the girls game on the latter matinee game will be tipping off at 8 o'clock p.m. We want to make sure, if you can't make it out of the game, tune in to the GSHS Sports Network on GSHS Sports YouTube channel, broadcasting Steinbrenner basketball on the air. Select Steinbrenner athletic events throughout the 2018-19 academic and athletic school year. Also have player interviews and coach interviews posted as well. From time to time, you can catch us posting those videos and get some more insight to the men and women, boys and girls that make Steinbrenner athletics such an integral part of Steinbrenner High School. There's 8 minutes on the clock. Steinbrenner Warriors to start off the basketball. Here in the final quarter of play, they put 4 fingers up for a reason. The final quarter. It's all or nothing now. Warriors trying to get a win here on their home opener. They got a whole quarter to do it. They trail by 3 to the Blake Yellow Jackets. So they want to start off the season with 2 straight wins. They'll have to dominate this quarter. Sargenta with the basketball. Now Jacob Unger, right wing side for the Warriors. He's covered tightly in a pressure situation, and the pass is intercepted. It's stolen by Emmanuel Sharp. Emmanuel Sharp pass down low, reverse layup down low, and it's good for Javon Ashley. 7.5 to play in regulation. Left wing side wide open. Rich Barnes off the rim and kicks out, and it's Abijah Harris with the rebound. 44-39. The Blake Yellow Jackets lead. Tripping up is Emmanuel Sharp as he falls to the ground. And they say a travel, but the far side official says that there was a timeout right before, a 30-second timeout, which saves the day for the Blake Yellow Jackets on that possession. 30-second timeout for the Blake Yellow Jackets. The Warriors trail right now by 5, 44-39. They also trail in the foul department. It's 16 fouls right now for the Blake Yellow Jackets compared to just 5 for the Steinbrenner Warriors. Matt Scher here with you of the GSHS Sports Network, broadcasted on the GSHS Sports YouTube channel live. You're on a chilly Wednesday night in the northern Tampa Bay area on the campus of Steinbrenner High School in Lutz, Florida. The inbound will be on the baseline, and it will come from the hands of James Revere from the Blake Yellow Jackets, and we got a whistle before the ball is inbound, and the foul is against Jodine Jr. Here come the Warriors now down by 5. Sargenta over the timeline on the right wing side. Now it's Ziga at the top and gives it to Rich Barnes, who's at the right point. 7 minutes to play here in regulation, and Barnes' pass is over the head of Ziga and hits the scores table out of bounds. The turnover in the Yellow Jackets to take over. Now under 7 to play in regulation. Now on the right wing side, a deep three pulling up was Abijah Harris. Could not go, and a rip-down rebound for Darnell Ziga. Ziga with the basketball, and a reach-in, I believe, will be called, and it is against Emmanuel Sharp. That's his 3rd foul of the contest. Still has another to spare before he is in danger of fouling out. So because we are in the bonus, the Warriors are in the bonus, Ziga will have the one-on-one opportunity. The shot goes up, rattles around the rim, is no good, but the Warriors, Ziga gets the rebound. Now we got a whistle, and Daniels seems a bit shaken up down on the floor. Grabbing the right ankle, you hope that he's okay. And head coach J.R. Allen heads out as Daniels goes down to the ground to be tended to by the trainers. (44-39), a current score. Warriors trail by 5. With 6:45 to play. Is a nice round of applause as Daniels is able to walk off on his own power, and Jacob Unger to check in for the Warriors. And head coach J.R. Allen speaking to his team as they strategize here for the possession. And a last-minute strategizing as well for the Blake Yellow Jackets side.
Black, let's go. Go, quick. Man.
And so Chase Jackson to inbound along the baseline to the right side of the basket. The inbound, Sargento on the left wing side. Dribbling in, gives it to Chase Jackson, who drives in from the left side, puts up the shot. And a blocking foul is called down low against the Yellow Jackets. And it's against James Revere. That's his 2nd foul. The team's 9th, so we got a one-on-one opportunity here. Or he's shooting 2 because it was the shooting foul. So Chase Jackson. Well, the first shot is up, and it is good. Nothing but net. He made a shot, but it was after the whistle was blown, so first shot did not count. Here is now the official 2nd shot. And it's nothing but net. Both shots are made, and Jackson flashes a smile after making 3 of that charity stripe. Only 2 of them counted. And the Warriors are down by 3, 44-41. Driving in Emmanuel Sharp. His shot does not fall. Chase Jackson got the rebound that fell right into his lap. Trying to reach for the basketball. Tip-tap, stolen. And trying to reverse now. Lots of mass confusion down low. And it was Cedric Jackson who finished with the left hand from the left block for the 2. Now on the left wing side, Jacob Unger for 3. Hits off the heel. Barnes tried to grab the rebound, but Emmanuel Sharp got it. 46-41. The Yellow Jackets lead, and now a deep 3 attempt from Sharp. And we've got a foul now on the rebound. This one's going to go against the Yellow Jackets. And it's Cedric Jackson. That's his 3rd foul. So Chase Jackson going to the line here for the double bonus with 10 team fouls now for the Blake Yellow Jackets. Warriors are down by 5 with 5:57 to play, and these are key free throws. Jackson again at the line, staggered with the feet. The shot goes up, nothing but net. Last 3 free throw attempts are good, and it's now a 4-point game. So Jackson looking to make this a 3-point game once more. Huge free throw attempt here at the line. Make this a 1-possession game. The shot goes up and a nothing but net, and it's a 3-point game, 46-43. The Yellow Jackets lead the Warriors. Under 6 to play, 5:50 on the clock. Manuel Sharp up over the timeline for the Yellow Jackets. Gives way to Abijah Harris. At the top, it's back to Sharp with a deep 3, and he cashes in, and he is fired up with a big 3 to make it a 6-point game, 49-43. Argena over the timeline for the Warriors. At the top, gives it to Ziga. Darnell Ziga in the lane, dishes it now. And it's an and 1 for Daniels from the left block, and he is fired up as he is congratulated by both Unger and Chase Jackson. And the foul is against Javon Ashley. That's his third. Now Daniels trying to get the and 1 here to make it a 3-point game and a 3-point play. 5:24 on the clock. Daniels' shot is up and it's good. 3-point game, 49-46. And it's a 30-second timeout called by head coach J.R. Allen on the sideline for the Warriors. Still a close ball game here. Don't go anywhere, folks. One's a tight ball game at 49-46. They're tied at halftime, 24. Third quarter. Just about a 3-point lead for this Blake team. The Yellow Jackets are now late in the fourth quarter. They're approaching around the halfway point. 3-point game. The Yellow Jackets lead the Warriors 49-46. Warriors trying to win their home opener and start off 2-0 on the year. This is going to come down to the very last possession. Has that type of feeling of a March Madness type contest all the way in November. Manuel Sharp over the timeline for the Yellow Jackets. At the top now, back outside, Abijah Harris from the right wing side for 3 off of the near side iron. The putback opportunity is good for Cedric Jackson, and it's back to a 51-46 5-point lead. Right wing side, Jacob Unger gives it to Chase Jackson. Jackson driving in, back outside to Darnell Ziga. Ziga, Euro step, can't finish. Basketball is off of, let's see what's off of down low. 2 players were going after it. And a foul is against Jackson. That's his 4th team foul. And so a double bonus. 2 free throws here for Justin Daniel. Down by 5. First free throw goes up, off the heel, kicks out into the hands of Chase Jackson. He says, "You got this next one, buddy." 51-46. Daniels takes a deep breath. Right over left, staggered at the line, dribbles twice, spins the basketball, puts the shot up, and it rolls around the rim, kicks out to the right side, and the rebound for Javon Ashley. There comes Emmanuel Sharp driving in. A floater, knocks it down. Did not need the glass on that one. 53-46, 6-point lead. Warriors trail with 4.5 to play. Chase Jackson at the top for the Warriors, working against Abijah Harris. Nice little roll around pass to Unger. Now dishes it down to Sardenga. Sargena with a shot. It goes out of bounds off of Emmanuel Sharp. 4 minutes, 20 seconds to play in regulation. A 6-point lead for the Blake Yellow Jackets. Matt Scher here with you of the GSHS Sports Network on the GSHS Sports YouTube channel. When you Steinbrenner Warrior basketball on their home opener against the Blake Yellow Jackets on the boys' side. Daniels driving in, puts up the shot, draws the foul, but can't get the bucket. He hits the deck near the wall under the basket.
Number 3, Cedric Jackson, his fifth.
And Cedric Jackson has fouled out of this contest. .4:13 to play. Jodine Jr. checks in. He has 4 fouls as well. 4:13 to play here. Warriors trail 53-46. First free throw goes up and it's good. 53-47. Energy looks like he's about to check in for the Warriors. He's a foul away from fouling out as well. He checks in for Chase Jackson. Winning the basketball. Here is the second attempt for Daniels. In and out. Does not fall, and it's into the hands on a rip-down rebound that was uncontested for Jodine Jr. He's got 4 fouls as well in foul trouble. Driving in, and Jodine Jr. with the layup from the right side. Banks it home, 55-47. 9-point lead for the Blake Yellow Jackets. Banerjee, right wing side, driving in. It's back in the lane for Daniels. Gives it to Unger. Back outside, Sargenta. Sargenta lost the basketball, and it's picked up and given to Emmanuel Sharp, who finishes with the left hand. And it's now a 10-point game. The Blake Yellow Jackets have stretched it open. Now 3.5 to play. The Warriors got to try to cut back some of this play as it's stolen here by the Yellow Jackets. Javon Ashley, and now stolen right back Sargenta. And his pass goes out of bounds, intended for Justin Daniels, out of bounds. And now we got a timeout for the Blake Yellow Jackets. It'll be a full timeout, full 60 for the Yellow Jackets, who are up by 10, 57-47 here against the Steinbrenner Warriors. Well, we have a minute. We do want to remind you that our next broadcast will involve a doubleheader on Friday Night Rivalry. Both the boys and girls team for the Steinbrenner Warriors will be here against the Sickles High School Griffins, one of the crosstown rivalries of the Steinbrenner High School Warriors. The boys' game will be tipping off first at 6:30, and then the second game at 8 o'clock p.m. for the girls will be tipping off at that time. Both those times at Eastern Time. You're able to catch them right here if you can't make it out to the game on the GSHS Sports Network on the GSHS Sports YouTube channel. We got 3:17 to play here in regulation. The Warriors face their biggest deficit of the game, down by 10, 57-47 to the visiting Blake Yellow Jackets. The Warriors down by 10, looking to come back and win their home opener, which would make them 2-0 on the season if they come out of here with a win tonight. This game has been cat and mouse, but this is the biggest lead for this Blake team. Question is, will they be able to hold it for the final 3:17? Manuel Sharp on the inbound gives way to James Revere. Revere in trouble. And we've got a whistle. And it's a 5-second violation. Revere couldn't get it away. The pressure of the Steinbrenner defense causes a turnover. And we'll see what the Warriors can do now with the basketball in their hands. With 3 and change to play, down by 10. Argenta drives up over the timeline. Gives it to Ziga. Ziga driving in the lane. Lost the handle on the basketball. It's stolen. Emmanuel Sharp for the Blake Yellow Jackets, and he'll take his time, then penetrate, and then drive. Trying to take a charge at least was Ziga. Now the putback after the first shot was missed by Sharp is made by Jodine Jr. And it's 59-47, now 12 points. A lead for the Blake Yellow Jackets. Driving in the lane, it's Banerjee. Gives it to a wide open Justin Daniels, who finishes with the right hand. Now we're back at 10 points, under 2.5 to play. 59-49 the lead for the Yellow Jackets. Approaching the final 2 minutes of play here. Driving in is Sharp. Thought about a three from the right side of the wing. Now gives it to Abijah Harris, the senior captain of this basketball team. Back up top. And now it's Jodine Jr. Jodine Jr. driving on the right side. Gives it back up top to Emmanuel Sharp. Emmanuel Sharp with the basketball working against Darnell Ziga. Almost lost the basketball. Now down on the ground. And a timeout called by Derek Sharp, the fourth-year head coach for this Blake Yellow Jackets team.
Full timeout, Coach.
And it's a full timeout for the Blake Yellow Jackets. 1:50 to play here in regulation. Blake Yellow Jackets lead the Steinbrenner Warriors by 10, 59-49 here on the campus of Steinbrenner High School. Chilly night outside in Lutz, Florida, but inside it's a nice, well, guesstimate 70 degrees inside the building here in the gymnasium. Both teams convening on the sidelines, and the Warriors going to have to pull some magic out here. They still have plenty of time. There's still 1:50 on the clock. They're going to have to come up with a couple of turnovers here, trying to turn the tides here in this basketball game after the Yellow Jackets have jumped out to a 10-point lead, 59-49. They're just under 2 minutes, 1:50 on the clock left in regulation. The Yellow Jackets ready to go back on the floor. And the Warriors are ready to go from their sideline out of the Blake full timeout. Emmanuel Sharp to inbound to the right of our broadcast booth here on the sideline. Sharp looking. The inbound goes in the backcourt. It's stolen by Justin Daniels. Given to a wide open Ziga. His shot is too hard after Jodine Jr. came in for the defense. And a missed opportunity there for the Warriors. Dean going coast to coast. Lays it up too hard off the glass. Daniels gets the rebound. And here come the Warriors now the other way. Final 90 seconds of play from the right side. Banerjee. He'll put up a two-pointer. That's from the right side off of the far side iron, and under now 80 seconds to play. Coming up with the final minute. Going up for the shot and a travel. Trying to have some hesitation there under the basket was Javon Ashley, and he gets called for the travel turnover. Steinbrenner Warriors get the basketball down 10 with 1:16 to play here in regulation. Argena over the timeline. So now we've got a whistle. And another foul against the Blake.
Come on, guys. No foul.
Yellow Jackets. That's against Javon Ashley. That's his fourth foul. And two free throws here. The first one missed by Sargento. And there was a whistle, so the first one will not count there. So gets two opportunities here now. Sargento with the first free throw he makes. It's now a 9-point game. Warriors still alive here. There's 68 seconds on the clock, minute 8. For those of you who might need some help converting seconds to minutes and seconds. Second one for Sargento is good, and it's an 8-point game, 59-51. Yellow Jackets lead. Some pressure here. Emmanuel Sharp got the basketball up over. Now we've got a whistle. I believe we have a step out. He stepped out of bounds.
Stop. And a warning on point for black.
And Derek Sharp has been issued a warning.
Come on, guys.
The official technical down on the floor, and Jenna to shoot 2 free throws. First one is made, and it's now a 7-point game. And the Warriors trying to cut down this lead. Sargent, another free throw opportunity. He knocks down this one. And it's 59-53, and just like that, a 6-point contest. 2 possessions. Things are interesting, we've told you. Under a minute to play, 57. Sargent with the basketball, gives it to Ziga. Ziga with the basketball down low. I'm going to say Ziga stepped down, a turnover, and it's a 6-point game, 59-53. Yellow Jackets lead, 50.4 seconds to play. The inbound to Emmanuel Sharp. Sharp over the timeline, driving in the lane, lays it up. Tip-tap rebound right into the hands of Sargent. 40 seconds to play. Now on the left side wing. Sargent driving in, gets tripped up, and a foul call against Emmanuel Sharp. And that's his 4th foul. And another 2 free throws for Sargent. Makes the first one, and it's now a 5-point game. And the Yellow Jackets having some foul trouble late. And the Warriors could make this a 3-point game. And it is. Sargent's 4-point game, 59-55. Still a 2-possession game. But the Warriors have crawled back. Turnovers and fouls have hampered this Lake Yellow Jacket team to where it's now just a 4-point lead, and the Warriors still with life. 36.2 seconds to go. The Warriors in the double bonus. Warriors 2 fouls away from putting the Yellow Jackets into the double bonus, or into the bonus. But 59-55. It's been an interesting turn of events here in the last couple of minutes for the Warriors to claw back. They're still down 2 possessions, but the fighting chance is now alive for the Warriors. Just down by 4 points here. After the Warriors take the timeout, they're back on the floor, down by 4, looking for that pressure defense. They still have another foul to give. And then their next foul would be the bonus, would put the Blake Yellow Jackets into the bonus. 36.2, down by 4. Abijah Harris inbounds. Emmanuel Sharp back to Harris. Abijah Harris passes up to Emmanuel Sharp, who's on the right side wing. Back up top, Abijah Harris with the basketball. And now Sargent has to foul. With the foul to give.
Hey, switch on the screen. No 3.
And now Banerjee will check in for the Warriors in favor of Rich Barnes. 25.3 on the clock. Next foul will put Blake into the bonus. This one's stolen by Banerjee. Banerjee reverse pass. Sargent finishes with the left hand. And this game is within 2 points. Joe Dean Jr. with the basketball, driving in the lane, lays it up, is fouled on the way up, but can't get the basket to go. And the foul is against Justin Daniels. The second, and it's the 7th, which puts a one-on-one opportunity, or 2. Would be one-on-one, but it was a shooting foul, so it's 2. So now Dean, with the free throw opportunity, knocks it down, makes it a 3-point game with 12.6. This free throw is crucial to make this a 2-possession game. The Warrior fans making some noise here late. Second free throw's up, and it's in. the inbound. And Sargento lost the ball going out of bounds. He wanted a foul against Jodine Jr., but just lost the handle on it. The turnover, and with 10.9, the Warriors trail by 4. Here's the inbound. And a travel here down low by Javon Ashley. Gives the Warriors the basketball, down by 4. And now we got a full timeout for the Warriors. So the Warriors, an ideal situation. If the Warriors could go down the floor, make a 3, could possibly have the 4-point play. The full timeout, 9.5 seconds to play. But it comes down to the end here. The Warriors down by 4. (61-57). Been an entertaining Wednesday night. But for the majority Warrior fans in attendance, they're hoping to go home up 2-0 on the season. It's going to have to be some magic to be worked. Still 9.5 seconds to play here. Matt Scher here with you, the GSHS Sports Network, bringing you GSHS Sports YouTube channel. Lake Yellow Jackets at the Steinbrenner Warriors, 61-57, 9.5. Banerjee inbounds. Sargento working up over the timeline. Gets a layup to go and gets the bucket. It's now 61-59. Now it's a 30-second timeout for J.R. Allen and his Steinbrenner Warriors squad. A 30-second. It's the final timeout for the Warriors now. They trail by 2 with 3.1 seconds to play. It's not over till it's over, folks, to quote the late, great Yogi Berra. For the Warriors, not much time here. Got a foul right away. Or if a steal on the inbound, that would be something. That would just be almost everything you'd see in this basketball game so far. Elijah Harris to inbound. Justin Daniels covering. And the ball is hit out of bounds. We'll see. And it's a turnover. The Warriors will get the basketball with 1.8 seconds. Manuel Sharp fell out of bounds with the basketball, and it's a turnover, and the Warriors get the basketball with 1.8 to go. Oh, my goodness. 61-59, Warriors trail. Chase Jackson to inbound, and it's Robert Jenkins on the coverage. Jackson on the inbound. Daniels gets the layup, and it's a tied ball game with 1.6. Oh, my goodness. Time runs out, and we are going to overtime. Oh, my goodness. Tied ball game with zeros on the clock. And we're going to an overtime period, extra time on the clock. Oh, my goodness, what a ball game. And so both teams now on the respective sides, 61 all. And boy, oh boy, what a contest. Four minutes now on that scoreboard. And you have to talk about some momentum heading into overtime. We said it would take a little bit of magic from this Warriors team, and they were able to deliver. We're tied here at 61 all, heading into overtime. The Lake Yellow Jackets come out onto the floor, and here come the Steinbrenner Warriors out of their side. And we'll have a tip-off at half court. 4 minutes on the clock. We're ready for the overtime period. And it will be Jamon Ashley against Justin Daniels for the tip-off. Ashley for the Yellow Jackets, Daniels for the Warriors. The tip-off is won by the Yellow Jackets. Jodine Jr. gives way to Emmanuel Sharp. Tied at 61 all here in the first overtime. Driving in for the layup, Sharp gets it to go, 63-61. The Yellow Jackets lead the Warriors. Up over the timeline. It's Sargenta. On the left wing side, now Sargenta down low, and what a block as it's knocked out of bounds by Jodine Jr. Ball stays in possession with the Steinbrenner Warriors with 3:33 to play here in the first overtime. 63-61. The inbound, Banerjee had it, and then it's stolen. Jodine Jr. steals a pass, driving in for the shot, does not get it to fall. We have a foul on the play. And a foul is on Darnell Ziga. And so Jodine Jr. at the line. There were some free throw opportunities. First one hits off the rim, off the backboard, and in. 64-61, a three-point game. Emmanuel Sharp checking in. Jodine Jr. right over left, staggered. A second free throw is up, off the rim, off the backboard, and in. The two-possession game, 65-61. The Yellow Jackets lead the Warriors. Chase Jackson over the timeline for the Warriors, gives it to Sargenta. On the right wing side is Ziga. Ziga driving in, gives it to Sargenta. Back up top. And this Harlem Globetrotter-like basketball, quick passes. The ball goes out of bounds after it's stolen. The Steinbrenner Warriors trying to do too much. And trying to chase it down was James Revere as it goes out of bounds. Warriors get the basketball here. As we approach the final 3 minutes of the first overtime, Warriors trail by 4. As Jackson drives in, lost the handle, and it's stolen once more and then broken up. And it's picked back up by the Warriors. Daniels gives it to Sargenta. Sargenta at the top. He'll let it go, and it's a two-pointer. Picks it up for the basket. Said his foot was on the line. 65-63. It was very close, but we saw the official on the far side. Anyway, it's a two-point game. Emmanuel Sharp going up for the shot, draws the foul, does not get the basket to go, but he will go to the line. And the foul is on Ziga. That's his second foul. And so up by 2, Emmanuel Sharp will get 2 opportunities at the free throw line. First free throw goes up, and it's a nothing but net. Makes it a three-point game, 66-63. Sharp trying to make this a two-possession game, 66-63, but 2:34 to play. The Yellow Jackets lead the Steinbrenner Warriors. What a contest this has been here in the first overtime. Free throw off the heel, off the backboard, kicks out, and the Warriors get the benefit of the doubt after Jodine Jr. off his hands last goes out of bounds. And so the Warriors the inbound, Chase Jackson gives way to Riddy Banerjee with the basketball coming in. On left wing side, Ziga back up top for Chase Jackson. Gives it to Sargenta. He takes a three opportunity. Splash! And this game is tied at 66 all with 2 and change to play in the first overtime. Emmanuel Sharp slowly but surely over the timeline. Right wing side, now it's Abijah Harris. He answers with a 3 on the right side wing. Chase Jackson with the basketball. Sargenta. Back up over the timeline, slips, falls. The basketball is on top. On top of him was Jodine Jr. And a whistle and a foul, and that is Dean's 5th foul. He has fouled out of this contest. So Jodine Jr. is the second Blake Yellow Jacket to foul out in this contest. And Robert Jenkins checks in his place. 1:54 to play. here in the first overtime. 3-point lead is 69-66. And free throw opportunities here for the Warriors in Sargenta. Sargenta's first free throw was up. Nothing but net. Makes it a 2-point game, 69-67. Try to be a perfect 2 of 2 on this free throw opportunity. Stagger to the line, right over left, as he receives the basketball from the official. There's his second free throw opportunity. Bennett the knees, puts it up, and knocks it down. Nothing but net. It's a 1-point game, 69-68. The Blake with a 1-point advantage. Manuel Sharp, 150, and the clock continues to wind down here for the Blake Yellow Jackets. Pressure here from Ziga. Ball goes out of bounds, and it's off of Emmanuel Sharp. Can't believe it. He's in the ear of the official. It's a turnover, and the Warriors get the basketball. Oh, my goodness. So Chase Jackson inbound here with 1:44 to play. Here in the first overtime, down by 1, the Warriors. Sargenta with the basketball. Up at the top, it's Ziga. Ziga back to Chase Jackson on the left wing side. Banerjee, he's at the top, he drives in. Up inside, Chase Jackson puts it up off the high glass, won't go, tip-tap rebound. Daniels then gets it back to Jackson. He puts up the shot, it falls in. Warriors up 70-69 with a minute and change to play in the first overtime. Up over the timeline. A defense chance here at the Warriors student section. On the left wing side, driving in, Emmanuel Sharp goes up with a shot. He gets fouled on the way up. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And the foul's against Ziga. That's his third. And at the line, it's Emmanuel Sharp. Trying to make this free throw to tie it up at 70-all. 1:02 to play. Here's the free throw from Sharp. It's off the front side iron. Kicks out and a clap from the side from Justin Daniels. He's on the far side, nearest to the basket, lined up in this free throw combination. At the line, the rumbles from the crowd, and this one falls in, and we're tied at 70-all. Final 60 seconds of play. Banerjee with the basketball, gets it from Sargenta, gives it over to Chase Jackson. Jackson up over the timeline for the Warriors, working on the right side. And now we've got an offensive foul against the Warriors, and this one's going to go in Chase Jackson. That's his third. And 53.7 seconds to play here in the contest. 70-all, and the inbound coming from Abijah Harris on the way to Jamon Ashley. He's facing some pressure. And we have a whistle and a full timeout called right before the violation. Due to an expiration of the time on the inbound on the far sideline, it's a full timeout for the Blake Yellow Jackets. 48.3 seconds to play here in the first overtime period. And it's 70-all. The Warriors coming up with big plays when they need to. And we said from the beginning of this contest, even during the halftime, brief run over this contest, was who will win the war of attrition. This game was going to come down to who can make plays when they need to. And both teams have showed that they've been able to do it. The Blake Yellow Jackets have been able to put out the big lead, but the Warriors are able to claw back in. And then the inbound, when Emmanuel Sharp steps out of bounds, the turnover, and then the layup to finish this contest at the buzzer to tie it up. And then now, tied up at 70 with 48.3 seconds to play. The Yellow Jackets to inbound after a timeout for the Yellow Jackets. Both teams coming out after strategizing. As again, you get to stretch time in this contest. Manuel Sharp had it ripped out, but there's a foul, and I believe this one's going to be against Ziga. And Ziga, that's his fourth foul. He's one away from fouling out. There's two players with 4 fouls on the Yellow Jackets of both Sharp and Ashley. And then Ziga on the Warriors with 4 fouls. And Sharp now to attempt a free throw here. Tied at 70. The first free throw goes up. Rolls around the rim off the backboard and in. And it's a 1-point advantage, 71-70. The Yellow Jackets reclaim the lead. And here's Sharp again trying to make it a 2-point game. Bends at the knees, puts up the free throw, and it's a nothing but net, 72-70. 2-point lead for the Yellow Jackets. 45.8, and time continues to wind down after the inbound to Chase Jackson. Jackson up over the timeline, driving in, lays it up and finishes, and we're tied back at 72. Approaching the final 30 seconds of play here in the first overtime period. It's Robert Jenkins. And off of the hands of Emmanuel Sharp. He almost lost the basketball. His pass is errant. It's stolen. Justin Daniels lays it up. Finishes. Warriors up by 2 with 23.2 seconds to play. And now we've got a whistle. We have a clock adjustment here. Time continue to run. We'll just have a clock issue, so they'll get things squared away. But while we have a moment, we just want to remind you that our next broadcast is this Friday. It's Friday Night Rivalry. The Sickles High School Griffins coming into town. First will be the 6:30 men's game tipping off, and then the 8 o'clock girls game tipping off here. You can catch both those games. If you can't come out here, you can catch them on the GSHS Sports Network on the GSHS Sports YouTube channel. Right now there's 20 seconds on the clock. 74-72, the Warriors lead by 2 against the Blake Yellow Jackets. And on the inbound, it's Abijah Harris. And now there's a whistle and a foul. And this one's an offensive foul against the Yellow Jackets. And that one's against Emmanuel Sharp. That's his 5th, and he has fouled out of this contest. So now 20 seconds on the clock. (74-72), and Emmanuel Sharp has been one of the go-to guys for this Yellow Jacket team, fouling out of this contest. 20 seconds to play. Chase Jackson on the inbound. So Sargenta gets the basketball. Dribbling around. Now pass to Chase Jackson. Jackson driving in, puts up the shot, banks it home. 10 seconds and counting. The inbound here for the Blake Yellow Jackets. 5 seconds to play. And this pass will go out of bounds with 1.3 to go. The Warriors will get the basketball up by 4, 76-72. Oh, baby. And a timeout now for J.R. Allen. 1.3 seconds, 76-72, Warriors lead. Or the timeout for J.R. Allen and his squad. But again, we're not going to say it's over yet, although you do have a 2-possession game with 1.3 to go. Except a 1 possession like the Warriors had to end the regulation in the 4th quarter. But you asked for you were wondering if you were going to have a great game on the home opener. You got some free basketball and you've got some drama. (76-72), Warriors lead with 1.3 to go here in the first overtime. What a contest. Chase Jackson to inbound for the Warriors. Here's the inbound. Inbound is down court to Sargenta. He'll dribble out, and the Warriors win in overtime, 76-72. What a big win for the Steinbrenner Warriors here, 76-72. A game filled with drama, but the Warriors able to finish out this game and pull out the win here tonight against the Blake Yellow Jackets in a classic. Here to begin the home portion of the regular season for the Warriors. And the Blake Yellow Jackets can't be disappointed with the effort tonight, as this type of game can translate into a game that you can learn from and be able to finish out with a big win tonight. For the Warriors, with a big win tonight, meet at the Warrior logo at half court, celebrate this victory. And what a victory it was. How sweet it is. And the Warriors will come back Friday with the girls. It'll be a doubleheader. Friday night rivalry, as it's the Sickles High School Griffins coming to town to take on the Steinbrenner Warriors, first with the boys game at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and then with the girls game at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. And you can catch both those games here on the campus of Steinbrenner High School. But if you're not able to make it out, make sure to tune in to the GSHS Sports Network on the GSHS Sports YouTube channel. Again, it's a final 76-72. Warriors win in overtime against the Blake Yellow Jackets and move to 2-0 on the 2017-2018 campaign. And now head coach J.R. Allen, combined with his full 10 years as a head coach, first 6 with the girls and now 4 with the boys, gets win number 145 of his career, now 5 shy of 150 combined between the boys and girls programs here at Steinbrenner, as he continues his miraculous run as the head coach here in the first decade of the Steinbrenner basketball program. We want to thank you for tuning in, and make sure to tune in this Friday, 6:30 and 8 o'clock, boys and girls, Friday night rivalry against Sickles High School. As always, I want to thank you for tuning in. I'm Matt Scher. Have a good night, and God bless.